All right, guys, so right here we have a tier list. It's pretty OP, pretty good, usable, not the worst, and hell nah, what is this? With all the Star Wars weapons that are in the current season right now. And there's not that many, but we're still going to talk about like how this season was not a mistake. I know the player count base is really low, but we'll get into that and talk about like if this season was worth it or not, and I'll give you guys my opinion and feedback on this season. But let's first start off with the blaster, the A280-CFE blaster. These blasters are a mouthful, so we're just gonna call it for what it is. But this is the one with the scope. You get the mythic one off the train if you guys cap the train. This is actually this blaster altogether is actually, I think, pretty OP. Most of these are going to be pretty OP. Honestly, there's no ammo, and they're pretty accurate. The cooldown on them is pretty fair, you know what I mean? But this one particularly, because you can zoom in and there's no drop off for the bullets, and that the travel distance, the travel time to the opponent wherever you're aiming is actually usually pretty good. And this blaster, it hits, you know what I'm saying? It hits. They all hit, but the mythic one, I'm going to include the mythic one in with this one. And, you know, this one is just absolutely crazy. I actually honestly don't use this one. I use the DC-15 blaster and, like, the mythic spray weapon that you get. I think it's the F1011 or something like that, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But, yeah, pretty OP. If it's there, I'll pick it up. The scope doesn't zoom in too much, but it's there. Next, we have the DC-15 heavy blast rifle. Now, I think this one is slept on so much. I'm putting that's my favorite gun. It's so accurate. It hits for like 40 at range.
34.
The crosshairs on it is very tight too when you're just shooting it, and it does a lot of damage. I love this DC-15 blaster. These were in games before, and I guess they nerfed it, but my goodness, they made this gun so good. This is what I usually carry when I do play BR, and I freaking rock it all the time. I love it. Next, we have the DLT-19 blaster. This one's usable. I don't ever pick this one up. Obviously, I know it's like a light machine gun, LMG type gun or blaster, and I just never use it. It's kind of honestly hard to find like a purple or gold one. I think they dropped the purple version at the tower when you guys are trying to get the satellite tower for the storm. But I usually see these in gray and green. And if I got the DC-15 or the other blaster that we put up there already, I'm not picking this thing up. So it's usable. I don't think anything's gonna go under usable. You know what I'm saying? Just because these, like I said, these blasters are freaking pretty OP. So next we have the ACP scatter blaster. This is the pump version of a shotgun. It's pretty good. It's the best shotgun, obviously. The other one's like the tac rifle. I don't pick this up. I don't really just see a need for a shotgun. If you're playing builds, I do see it. But I play zero builds, and yeah, I barely pick it up. But when I do, I do have some clips of me using it, and it hits hard. I do like it. It does feel good too, honestly. And I love how there's no ammo. That's like one of my biggest things of the season is there's just no ammo, and I freaking love it. I don't know why. I love the concept of not picking up ammo. It's actually really nice. So pretty good, I think, is a good spot for it. If your builds, you probably would put it in pretty OP, but I don't play builds and pick it up that much, so that's where I'm going to rank it at. Next, we have the what is that? The BARM ST12 scatter blaster. This is the tac version of the shotgun, or like the drum shotgun. It just rapid fires. It's usable. Again, I don't use shotguns. I would not pick this up over the pump, so that's why it's going to go into usable. Next is the CR2 blaster. I think this is like a submachine gun. I don't use this weapon at all. I maybe picked it up maybe 3 times. I don't ever use it, so I'm going to put in usable. I don't know. It probably shoots really fast. I'm pretty sure it's the green one that shoots really quick. But it probably does a little low damage compared to like the heavy blaster up top where the pretty OP is. So not bad. Next, we have the E11 blaster. I mean, bro, this thing's been in game for so long, and it still sucks. It's probably the worst mythic we have ever had in the game. Actually, I can't say worst mythic, because I think like cardboard boxes back in like chapter 5 were mythic. But one of the worst mythics we probably ever had it in the game. The E11 blaster, I mean, you think they were bad now? You should go back to like chapter 2 when they were a mythic. If you never played chapter 2, holy crap, man. Just terrible. It's just awful. That's all we're going to say about that. Next, we have the D11 44 blaster. This thing is an absolute beast. I'm gonna put it in front of the CFE. This thing is, especially if you get the mythic from the island, the floating island, this thing just hits hard, and the sound to it is cool. The animation to you shooting it is legit. I do like it. I like it a lot. I don't ever use it, but if I need to use it, I like it. You know what I mean? Because I run a pretty good loadout. I only rock 2 weapons. But yeah, the DL44 is actually legit. Next, we have the F110 blaster. This thing is, I think pretty good. I think a lot of people sleep on this, especially the mythic. It shoots very, like, up close, and you barrel stuff somebody. This thing absolutely shreds people. It's great for shooting. You know, hip fire is really, really good. This is what I use. I'll use the mythic one, and then in my other slot, I'll rock the DC-15, and that's what I use long range for the DC-15. Then up close, I'm using the F11, the F110 blaster, whatever you want to call it. I think it's really, really good. I love to use it. Next, we got the IQA-11 Marksman Blaster Rifle. This thing, I think, takes the cake on everything. I'll pick up a green one and still rock it over the DC-15 because it's very hard to find purple and gold variants of the DC-15. So if I find a green one, I'm rocking like a green or blue DC-15. I'll pick up the green sniper and I'll still be rocking this. And there's really nothing to say. You get the mythic one from General Grievous, and this thing just smacks. Like the headshot multiplier on this thing is just insane. And it shoots pretty fast. The cooldown happens pretty quick on it, but you just got to hit your shots, and you know you freaking smack them hard. I love it. I did a video where we were acting like NPCs only, and I had this in my inventory, and I headshotted the last dude like 3 times and just absolutely melted him. It was so good. I loved it. Next, we have the thermal imploder. I love using these. I feel like these are more of a meme thing to use, or whether you're like on top of a mountain, you're throwing somebody off because of the explosion, or you're just trying to scare someone. Like I'll carry like 8 of them, and if they're bunking up or running, I'm just like airstrike inbound, just freaking yeeting them things, and you know you gotta run because it will smack you, you know. So I'll put it in pretty good. I do like carrying these. I think they're very underrated. I love using them. They're great. I know we don't have the other 2 weapons that just came into the game this past Thursday. If you guys are watching this, it's going to be Monday. But we got the dual pistols. I forget what they're called. And then you got the freaking Mandalorian sniper rifle. Oh, man, the Mandalorian sniper rifle, I would put in, like, not the worst or usable. It's a one-shot bullet. Takes super long to reload. It takes super long to zoom in too, and like aim at your opponent. It does have that dash effect, but overall, I would put it in usable or not the worst. I'll probably honestly put it in not the worst. It's just for how fast-paced the game is. I don't think it's it. And again, you have the freaking Marksman rifle up here, which is just so much better. And then you got the dually pistols. The dually pistols are actually, I think, OP. Like they're absolutely disgusting, especially that close range with the jetpack. I would put them in pretty OP. I'll put them down here though. They'll be between pretty good and pretty OP. But my goodness, them weapons or them pistols are just, whew, I love using them. I love the sound of them too, and the whip out animation is just fantastic in it. And that would be the list. You know, I think a lot of people are hating on the season, but you guys gotta remember it's only 5 weeks long, and we're almost towards the end of the 5 weeks. There's going to be a live event. I know not a lot of people like Star Wars, and the player count is just down a lot right now. I think it like was chopped in half from like 4 million to 2 million. But Fortnite is experimenting a lot with this season and seeing what they're doing. I don't think the downfall is like adding the blasters and the no ammo and stuff. You know, if we had like shotguns, like normal weapons in here, no one would pick these blasters up. So it's like, what's the point of the Star Wars season? There's a lot of things that are going into it. Why I think the season's not working. Like the POIs are on each corner of the map. They didn't really add new medallions. Like they didn't give us good rotation. The X-Wings and the TIE Fighters are fabulous. I love flying them. I know you guys think they're probably annoying, but I'm really good at flying them and you know, maneuvering in them. So I don't know. This season I think is pretty. I like it. I think it's good, but I know just overall it's not good. You know, there's a lot more people playing Reload. Reload nowadays are getting a lot more sweatier too, I think. So I think a lot more people are liking that fast-paced, like 40 player count base game and reloading and stuff like that, instead of playing on a huge map and running around and running vehicles, people running all the time, stuff like that. There's so much that goes into it, right? But this is a good stepping stone, I think, for Fortnite to really learn and engage with the community on stuff, you know what I'm saying, for the future of Fortnite. And you gotta think, we're not doing OG Fortnite this November, so I think this is a great time and a great opportunity to see what Fortnite is capable of doing, and they're not scared to experiment. You know, even though the season is flopping number-wise, I don't think they're scared to try new things like this, you know, just like the car season back in Chapter 5. So I think it's a really good state of what Fortnite's doing, and I think in the long run it's going to help them out a lot more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of my tier list, if you would put the weapons anywhere else. I think it is a pretty good tier list, but like I said, let me know down in the comments, and thank you guys so much for watching.